You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Nassau County is filing a lawsuit against the owners of a senior condo complex. The county claims the owners refused to make necessary repairs after flooding last week. So here's what the county is asking for.
Provide an accounting of the money that they have taken in, the money that they have spent, and the reserves that they have garnered for repairs.
Now, the county is also asking for a reimbursement of roughly $100,000 that the county paid to house displaced residents. And some residents say they have not heard from management.
They need to be present, which we haven't seen or heard. I haven't heard anything from them, so, they need to be present or at least give some reassurance to the residents.
And Newsday reached out to the property management group for comment, but we have not yet heard back. And a Montauk fisherman is facing up to 20 years in prison. A jury in federal court found Christopher Winkler guilty of conspiracy, mail fraud, and obstruction for filing false fishing reports. He's the captain of a commercial fishing boat called New Age. And prosecutors claim that he was involved in a conspiracy to catch and sell more than 200,000 pounds of fish that was over the legal limits. Winkler's legal team has not yet decided if they want to appeal. And New York City just unveiled a permanent tribute to a FDNY paramedic from Long Island who was attacked and killed in Queens. Steve Langford reports today's ceremony brought the paramedic's daughter to tears.
2, 3.
The sign unveiled at the corner of 42nd Street and 20th Avenue in Astoria, Queens, a New York City tribute in memory of one of its very bravest.
It is a reminder to all who pass by that heroes walk among us and that their legacies will forever be engraved in our hearts and our minds.
Hundreds of firefighters gathered to honor EMS Captain Allison Russo of Huntington, who was close to retirement age when she was killed in a random act of violence almost exactly a year ago.
On September 29th last year, Captain Russo was walking here about a half block from her EMS station house when a man rushed up to her and stabbed her repeatedly.
Our department, our city, and all of us are better for having known and loved Captain Russo.
The first responder who devoted her life to helping and saving others, memorialized as a kind-hearted leader so dedicated to making the world a better place, she volunteered as a paramedic in her free time.
The greatest thing about the individual that we are to respect today is she spent 90% of her day thinking about other people. She looked out instead of looking in.
Russo's daughter overcome at the unveiling of a plaque for the station house, while just outside the new street sign may keep alive for a grateful city, the legacy of EMS Captain Allison Russo. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
And the MTA released its 20-year plan for the LIRR today. Ready for this? So on its to-do list, it's fixing the tunnel to Brooklyn, buying 340 new cars, and repainting dozens of bridges. Now, the MTA also says it will install easy-to-read digital screens at all of its stations. All right, take a look at your Long Island weather. And it was a gorgeous one out, but a little humid for me. Well, tomorrow's going to be mostly sunny and another just banger of a day. Check it out. It's going to be in the 70s all day and mostly cloudy skies, but hopefully that humidity does decrease a bit.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Of the most highly recruited basketball players in the country, Long Island star Kate Koval is taking her talents to South Bend, Indiana. Carissa Kelman spoke with her about the decision.
Coming from a different country, from Ukraine, I didn't really grow up knowing I would go to college here.
When she came here, she really didn't know anybody. She didn't know anything about U.S. basketball, and she found a family.
3 years ago, Kate Koval could have never imagined she'd be here at WWII pursuing her basketball dreams. Now she's ready to make her next leap to a Division I basketball program.
I've decided to go to Notre Dame. I want to be a part of more championships for that school, and just knowing that I'm going to have people around me who have the same goals, like coaches, players, I'm pretty excited about that.
She's definitely unique. I think there aren't a ton of strong post players in the country, and her skill set mixed with her personality and her excellence in the classroom is a very unique combination. When it comes down to it, and I think of Kate, I think Notre Dame is a perfect fit.
I think I'm pretty great fit. I mean, I knew a few players on the team, so just knowing the type of players they are was the biggest part of me choosing that school. Like, I want to be around people who want to win and also get better.
She also loves hard and takes care of her teammates and her coaches, and she wants those relationships. She wants to build and have people's backs like she expects them to have hers. And I think, you know, as she went through this recruitment process, all I could ask is that her next family gives her those same things, and I think we found that.
I definitely always think about home. I think about my parents all the time and how they gave me the opportunity to even come here and learn. So I'm extremely blessed to experience this whole process.
In Brookville, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
And congrats to Kate. Now, to read more about Kate, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Dozens of Long Island military heroes are now in our nation's capital touring war memorials. Virginia Huey has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Even on a rain-soaked Friday at MacArthur Airport, the outlook was bright inside the terminal.
I'm really excited and looking forward to doing this whole thing.
46 veterans beamed with anticipation about taking a trip of a lifetime.
It's really like the honor flight to D.C. We're going to visit all the monuments and stuff we didn't have a chance to do when we were in the service.
They received a hero's welcome to a homecoming in a place they've never been. And a thank you long overdue.
It is our obligation as a country to reach out to them and say thank you for your service.
50 years ago, two-time Purple Heart recipient Anthony Cotroneo returned home from Vietnam without a proper thank you for his service.
I had a car pull up alongside me because I have Purple Heart plates, beep the horn and give me the finger. You know, and that hurt. That hurt.
Cotroneo and other veterans were given the chance to search the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall for their fallen brothers and finally find healing.
I love you, brother. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
Since it began in 2007, Honor Flight Long Island has taken 1,900 veterans to see their memorials. But on this trip, Honor Flight Long Island took its mission of honor and respect to a whole new level.
In a surprise performance, the University of Maryland Choir sang patriotic songs for the veterans on the steps at the Lincoln Memorial.
From sea to shining sea.
In that moment, those notes of gratitude lifted the weight of wars the veterans had lived with for decades.
Beautiful. Angels from heaven. It was such a heartwarming feeling that somebody cares and somebody had the respect and to share, their love to us.
For Honor Flight Long Island, a mission accomplished. In Washington, D.C., Virginia Huey for Newsday TV.
Now, to read more exclusive stories like this one, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More on the Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, tomorrow is opening night at the International Hamptons Film Festival. Rafer Guzman has a preview.
Hey everyone, the Hamptons International Film Festival is just about here. I'm Rafer Guzman, movie critic for Newsday, and I'm going to show you what's playing at this year's event. Let's take a look at Maestro, May, December, and the opening night film, Naiad.
Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?
Don't you want to be fully awake? Your soul ignited by a purpose. Oh.
Annette Bening plays the real-life athlete Diana Naiad. At the age of 60, she'll try to swim from Cuba to Florida, 110 miles with no shark cage. Jodie Foster plays her coach, Bonnie Stoll. Naiad screens at the festival October 5th and 6th. It's in theaters October 20th. Next, let's take a look at May, December.
They're a very beloved part of this community.
I can see that.
Julianne Moore and Charles Melton play a happy couple with a scandalous past. Long Island's Natalie Portman plays an actress who's doing research for a film based on their lives. May December is directed by Todd Haynes, who will be at the festival in person. The movie screens October 8th and 9th. It comes out November 17th. Another big film playing at the festival is Maestro.
How long do we have to do this for?
We need to build up a very strong connection.
Yes, that's Bradley Cooper playing the legendary conductor Leonard Bernstein. This is Cooper's second time as a director after A Star is Born, and his co-star is Carey Mulligan as Bernstein's wife, Felicia Montealegre. Maestro will be the closing night film on October 12th. It's in theaters November 22nd. Now, all three of these movies are from Netflix, and Netflix still doesn't have a Best Picture Oscar. Festivals like the Hamptons can build support even when the actors' strike is hurting publicity. To read more about the Hamptons International Film Festival, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. I'm Rafer Guzman.
Working in journalism, I think you experience the world in a really different way than people in other professions do. I find it very satisfying to learn about things and get to tell other people about them.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.